In a small mountain village, there lived a young blacksmith named Arlen. Every day, the sound of hammers striking metal echoed through the valley. Clang, clang, clang. Arlen was strong, hardworking, and full of dreams. But he was also impatient. He wanted to become the greatest blacksmith the world had ever known. Yet, every time he worked near the forge, the flames burned his skin and the heat made him dizzy. One day, in anger, he threw down his hammer and shouted, "These flames only hurt me. How can I ever create something beautiful in the midst of pain?" Arlen's mentor, Master Kale, an old blacksmith with soot-stained hands and eyes as calm as steel, looked up slowly. "Pain is part of the forge," Kale said. "The fire that burns your hands is the same fire that shapes the sword." Arlen frowned. "Then why does it hurt so much?" Kale smiled gently. "Because you're still fighting it. The fire doesn't hurt the metal, Arlen. It transforms it." Those words lingered in Arlen's heart, though he didn't yet understand them. Days turned to weeks. Arlen worked harder, trying to master the forge. But every attempt ended in failure. Once, he tried to craft a sword. It cracked in half. Another time, a horseshoe bent out of shape. Each mistake felt like a personal wound. The villagers began to whisper, "He's talented, but too hasty. He doesn't have the patience for true craftsmanship." Their words stung more than the fire itself. Finally, one evening, Arlen decided to quit. He walked away from the forge, leaving his hammer behind. That night, he sat alone by the river that ran past the village. The moonlight shimmered on the water like molten silver. He stared into it and whispered, "I worked so hard, but why does everything I touch fall apart?" Then, suddenly, he heard footsteps. It was his master, Kale, carrying a small lantern. "I thought I'd find you here," Kale said, sitting beside him. "I don't think I'm meant to be a blacksmith," Arlen confessed. "I'm tired of the burns, the failures, the endless struggle." Kale looked into the water and replied softly, "Do you see how the river shines under the moon?" Arlen nodded. "That shine exists because the water endures the stones," Kale said. "Without the pressure, it would never flow so beautifully. Without the flame, the metal would never become strong." Then Kale placed a small, blackened piece of iron into Arlen's hand. "This was once fragile, full of impurities," he said. "But when I placed it into the hottest part of the fire, it became unbreakable." Arlen or to grow stronger. The apprentice looked at the flame differently after that. And so the lesson continued, passed from one generation to the next, a legacy of light born from struggle. When Arlen passed away, the villagers kept his forge burning in his memory. They said that on quiet nights, if you listened closely, you could still hear the clang, clang, clang of his hammer, and feel the warmth of a flame that once taught a boy to become unbreakable. In every life, there is a fire. It might come as hardship, loss, or pain, but it isn't there to destroy us. It's there to purify us, to reveal the strength hidden inside, because the same flame that burns also forges. Pain is a teacher, not a punishment.